Today, scientists from around the world are interested in exploring the fourth planet of the solar system. The main goal now is to determine the habitability potential, which consists in searching for direct and indirect signs of life that could ever exist on Mars. Studying the climate, geology and history of the planet. The results of such studies in the future should pave the way for the landing of a human on Mars and the colonization of the planet in the future. It is believed that the red planet is now the most suitable for it in the solar system. According to open data, 8 spacecraft are currently operating in Mars orbit. Since 2001, NASA has been carrying out 4 orbital missions. Among them are Mars Odyssey, Mars Express, Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, and MAVEN. The main tasks in orbit are the search for signs of water and ice on the planet in the past and present, the study of the surface and atmosphere, geological research, exploration of future landing sites and the relay of signals transmitted from Mars to Earth. Since 2016, the European Space Agency, together with Roscosmos, has launched the ExoMars spacecraft into orbit, whose main task is to analyze the planet's atmosphere, its composition and dynamics. The United Arab Emirates became one of the countries that sent an orbiter to Mars. At the beginning of 2021, the Emirati Hope spacecraft entered orbit. He studies weather phenomena in the lower atmosphere, including dust storms and how the weather changes in different regions of the planet. The spacecraft itself was assembled in the USA and launched by a Japanese launch vehicle. Now the mission is being carried out by a team of Emirati engineers in cooperation with foreign research institutes and is a contribution to the so-called knowledge-based economy. At about the same time, the Chinese Tianwen spacecraft entered the orbit of Mars, which is considered one of the heaviest orbiter ever launched to the planet. Its main tasks were the landing of the rover, study of the surface of Mars, its internal structure, characteristics of the atmosphere, as well as the search for signs of water. The study of the planet is also conducted directly from the surface of Mars. Currently, only the United States and China provide their presence on the surface of Mars. The American Curiosity rover landed back in 2012 and despite its significant wear and tear will continue its mission for about 3 more years. The program has 3 main objectives. Determine the probability of life on Mars, study the climate, geology and prepare for the landing of people on the red planet. This is an almost completely autonomous vehicle with a mass of 900 kilograms on Earth and about 340 kilograms on Mars. The length is 3 meters, the width and height are more than 2 meters. A radioisotope thermoelectric generator with a service life of at least 14 years is used as an energy source. Curiosity uses high-resolution cameras to detect the programmed desired rocks, remotely irradiates them with a laser and, based on spectral analysis, can use a manipulator equipped with a microscope and an X-ray spectrometer. The rover is equipped with an internal laboratory with 74 tanks for loading and extracting extracted samples. The cameras allow you to make cartography, determine the type of rocks being studied, the structure of the soil, and the like. In addition, radiation is measured and the composition of the atmosphere is analyzed. A drill and a number of other tools are used to study the soil. A specialized radiation-resistant computer is responsible for the control. Communication with the Earth is carried out once every 14 days. Since the power of its own communication equipment on the rover is not enough, a repeater satellite is used. For all the time, Curiosity has traveled several tens of kilometers, took a large number of soil samples, found water in the Martian soil, showed signs that there were conditions suitable for life on Mars in the past. In general, Curiosity has given a significant amount of knowledge about the conditions on Mars and its history. In 2021, the next Perseverance rover landed on Mars. Technically, it is an upgrade of Curiosity, but it has great features compared to its predecessor. The main goals of the research program are now to search for signs of the existence of microbial life in the past, to collect soil samples of interest for their subsequent delivery to Earth, as well as testing a laboratory installation for the production of oxygen from the Martian atmosphere to prepare for the landing of a man. The rover, in addition to new equipment for exploring soil layers, detecting underground ice, and detailed analysis of the surface and atmosphere, has a microphone. And now high-quality surface shooting with sound is available. In addition, together with the rover, a solar-powered robotic Ingenuity helicopter was delivered to the Red Planet. Its main task is to test aerodynamic flights in the conditions of the rarefied atmosphere of Mars. Currently, the device has completed more than 30 successful flights. So far, there is little information about the results of the research of this rover in open sources. However, it is known that the laboratory oxygen production plant is working. In an hour, it is capable of producing approximately 5.5 grams of oxygen from the atmospheric carbon dioxide of Mars. According to NASA, this technology can be expanded in the future for human life support or the production of rocket fuel to return to Earth. The Chinese Mars rover, Zhurong, landed in the same year 2021. The main objectives of the device are to study the geology of the planet, the structure of the soil, the distribution of water ice, minerals and rocks, as well as studies of the planet's magnetic field. The rover has a geolocator capable of seeing the structure of the soil at a depth of up to 100 meters, a magnetometer for studying the magnetic field, as well as various high-resolution cameras. The main source of energy is solar panels. However, today it is known that the device has sent a total of about 1.5 to 2,000 gigabytes of data to Earth, which, among other things, prove the hypothesis of the existence of an ancient ocean on Mars in the past. Chinese scientists have published a report on the weather on the planet, wind pressure at the surface. Radio communication with the Earth is also carried out via a repeater satellite. However, since the end of 2021, the rover has been in hibernation mode. According to reports, this is primarily due to the contamination of solar panels with dust and sand. A flight to a neighboring planet, and even more so research on its surface, is a technically difficult and quite costly task. Few countries are capable of this. Now NASA, the European Space Agency and the Chinese National Space Administration are considering the possibility of a manned flight to Mars. And from individual corporations, we also hear about plans to colonize the Red Planet. A century ago, spaceflight itself was not just unattainable, but was generally considered nothing more than fiction. So the plans for the settlement of Mars now look quite fantastic. Subscribe to the channel, rate the video, write comments, see you soon.